Good afternoon. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Autopress and show you between the Autopress and I have the 5-in-1 heat press. As you'll see, I am getting it all together. I'd already pre-done prep time for my projects that I was doing. With the Autopress, I just set it up and turned it on, and with the 5-in-1 I'm turning on the temp, setting it, and then I have to crank and set the adjustment on it so that it will press. It was too far down. So now once I get that done, I do put parchment tape paper down because I was doing sublimation. The one thing with the Autopress, as it is high and it opens about 26 inches, you can go ahead so that it doesn't heat up and put your design on it to where you're ready to just press. The times are starting to heat up and I'm looking at them. I actually have a stopwatch going and watching them heat up and the difference in heating them up. I'm still trying to get the 5-in-1 level and everything else. Where the other one was already level and I'm messing with it. Of course, I use a plastic table. Right there, it was about 3 minutes that it was heating up and the Autopress was almost heated up. The Autopress, both of them were set at 400 degrees and the Autopress took about 5 minutes to heat up. And then my 5-in-1 took about 8 or 9 minutes to heat up and get to the temp. When it was getting to the temp, I don't like to have my swing arm hanging over to where it's heating up the table. With the Autopress, it doesn't heat up the plate underneath it. Now with the Autopress, just to let you know, you can press wood, leather, and everything else with up to 2 inches. And I'll show you that in just a second. I did do a test with that. So I'm going ahead. It's still heating up. The Autopress also has where you can set 4 different temperatures to just where automatically you just press a button and it saves the temperature so you don't have to keep setting it each time. My 5-in-1 does not have that. I'm waiting for them to heat up and they'll be there close. With the Autopress, you don't have to adjust for everything you're doing if you're switching between projects also. Still waiting for them to heat up. Oh, I'm showing you it's at 400. So that was at about almost 5 minutes. Well, maybe it was about 385. The little having the temperature gauge over to the side is a great feature. I do like that to where it's not on the top. I do like that the Autopress has where it's out of the way. And as you can see, I'm touching it and it's cool. It is not even heated up. It doesn't heat up. It also has a fan that keeps everything cool. It is a commercial grade press. On my other one, I'm just making sure again that the pressure is going to be okay for when I swing it out of the way and add my design, my project. It is almost time for it to go. I just screenshotted it. It was at about 4 minutes 57 seconds. All I did is put it down and pressed it down, and it automatically, they have it formulated to where it knows exactly what you're pressing, and it does allow for the pressure and adjust for what you're pressing all by itself. At this time, I was already pressing with the Autopress and waiting for the other one to still heat up. Autopress is finished with my first design. All I have to do is walk over and lay my other design back on there. I did put copy paper over my design, and I do have the parchment paper to protect my press. I do switch papers between each one. That way I don't get any ghosting from the copy paper. So I'm already started on my second one, and I'm still waiting for the heat press 5-in-1 to heat up. Oh, yep, forgot that Teflon sheet. Oh, now swing that out of the way. I'm putting my first design on the regular heat press. The Autopress is set up with so many different features. It not only can lay like that, if you're storing it, it can go up sitting on the base that's at the back. When you unplug it, the plug and the control panel come off for safe storage. So it takes up maybe about 10, not even 10 inches to if you were to lean it up on its back side. I'm already on my second or third one on the Autopress, and I'm only on my second one on the regular press. I feel that the Autopress is not for everyone. Someone who's just doing the craft by themselves and not in a business for it. It's not for everyone. But if you do a lot of shirts, it is. It's great. You can sit there and keep doing shirts and shirts and shirts, or towels and towels and towels. And the plate at the bottom with its heat pad does not get hot. This wood round that I have that I am now putting on it was a 2-inch round. I pressed it down, locked it, and it is automatically adjusting for that different thickness. I didn't have to do anything. It automatically, when I clicked on it, adjusted for the thickness. I've still got one more to do on my Autopress, or on my 5-in-1. The Autopress was at the same temp. I was just pressing the wood to show you that it can press something that thick. The Autopress is a 15 by 12. The 5-in-1 I have next to it is also a 15 by 12. I didn't press anything on it. That is a 2-inch thick wood round. I moved it out of the way. So then I'm going to show you as soon as the 5-in-1 is done. It is done. That is my last towel. And I will then take and have to crank the adjustment for the wood. With the way the Autopress is set up and the way the arm comes down, the heat plate comes down onto your projects with the wood, it really did not make a big mess to where you can't get the whole piece of wood round, which I believe was a 16-inch wood round. You can get the whole thing on there and press it the way you want. I had to crank and crank and crank, and you can see how high up the press is. For me, I'm touching the Autopress, even though it was still set at 400. And the Autopress worked out great. It stayed cool, where the heat press 5-in-1, when you touch it, it does get hot.